Why are all new MMOs failing?
MMORPG is a genre that's been out for a long time. It has been played by millions of people, so with such a big fan base, why are games not making it?
We will start by talking about something a lot of us don't realize when we start criticizing games, and it is the fact that you can't compare older games to newer games, just like you can't compare the older you to the new you. MMORPGs are so different nowadays from what they used to be. Our expectations from video games have also grown a lot higher, and that's understandable, but if you look back at the MMOs we used to play back in the day, those were very simple games. The graphics were bad, and there was not an incredible amount of stuff to do in them, but we were happy with it. We are attached to the feeling those games gave us more than the actual games themselves. Call it nostalgia? We now expect brand new games that we're not attached to give us the feeling that we back in the day felt. And I'm sorry guys, that is not going to happen. We are older now, and we have played all kinds of different very high quality games, so our expectations have gone up. But even if we get a high quality product, we also have to give it time to develop itself and find its own identity in the MMO world, and then enjoy the game for what it is, with the hopes of creating a connection with it. I do believe it's wrong to say an old MMO is better or worse than a newer one. Years have passed and technologies are different now. It's either better because of the way the game made you feel and how it still has a place in your heart to this day, how it was so new to you doing all the questing, the dungeons, and maybe even grinding back in the day, or it's worse because the graphics are so shitty compared to the games now, and maybe the older games were simpler compared to the amount of stuff you can do in games nowadays. Either side is wrong. An older and newer MMO cannot be compared, period. They are its own game and they came out in different timelines, and we have to understand that. Now, it's not only our fault that new games are failing these days, at least not all of them. Developers and creators back in the day seem to actually care about taking the time to create an amazing world for us. They actually put in an effort to try and be original with scenarios, worlds, monsters, weapons, and everything they could imagine. They actually wanted to make an impact in you, because they wanted you to stay playing the game and enjoying what they created. It was amazing seeing this work because all players came together back in the day, having full servers maxed in capacity almost every night. I'm not saying these guys just wanted to create a world and didn't want to make money from it, but they actually tried to profit with something they could call their own. Their effort and creativity put together to bring to you something original and amazing. There was literally a world of possibility because a lot of this stuff that we have nowadays had never been done in an MMO before, and they were passionate about trying to be the very first ones and make their dreams reality in the process. Listen guys, I understand, video games are a business at the end of the day. Creators want and need to make money to be able to live from these, but also to improve their games. But this generation has to suffer from something that I call bait MMOs. A bait MMO is basically a game that looks amazing at first because they put a lot of work into the trailer and they create a lot of hype around the game so they can sell a lot of copies, a seasons pack, a founders pack, cosmetics here and there for as long as they can and as quick as they can, because the game they know is gonna end up shutting down anyway. I'm not saying they create these games with the sole purpose of taking your money and shutting down, because a lot of these companies expect the game to do good at first, but keeping it real, deep down they know they're gonna get nowhere and the game is gonna shut down anyway, but they're gonna say, hey, at least we made some money out of it, right? Like I'd said before, yes, it is a business, and I'm not against pay-to-play MMOs as much as I am against monthly subscription-based MMOs. I understand, yes, it's a business, times have changed. You can't have free products like you used to back in the day because everything costs a lot more to make than it used to. I still don't think that's an excuse to have people pay money every month to be able to play the game on top of that, and then pay for cosmetics and then everything else after you already purchased the game once. That is my opinion, but that's enough for a completely different video, so I'm not gonna get deep into that. The point I'm trying to make here is that developers are getting greedy, but they're not providing a good quality product. The creation doesn't have heart and passion because they see it as a money-making machine from the get-go. When back in the day, I'm not gonna say all developers and creators did, but some of them actually had a dream on living from making an amazing world and creating this incredible gaming experience for all of us. That's why we keep a lot of games in our heart up to this day. Pay to win is another term that we're all familiar with, but this one is a very dangerous topic in my opinion just because people call anything pay to win these days. They are very quick to judge a game just because they sell an experience scroll or a multiplier for drop scroll, or if they have certain mounts that people can buy that are a little faster than the free mounts, they just go ahead and say the game is pay to win, making the game develop a bad image and then eventually shutting down. Pay to win is a funny term for me because if someone wants to pay to make the game a little easier, therefore maybe not enjoy it as much and miss on the grinding experience, then sure, you do you know? Spend your money however you want. Pay to win to me is more like when a game closes certain areas and you can't really access them unless you pay like other players have to try to enjoy the full content and get better gear that they're getting but you're not. But this is also enough for a whole different video, and I know some people are very sensitive about these terms, so I'm just gonna drop it. Just wanted to mention it. We need games to offer different models and experiences from anything that we have already seen these past 20 years. But more importantly, we need to see creators that are actually passionate about delivering an amazing world, a good story, characters, and unique systems in an open world. Then if a company is able to finally deliver that to us, we can't forget to also do our part. Keep a positive mindset, give the game enough time to grow and develop its content, and work with them to make it better, not against them. Thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. Your support means a lot, guys. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And if you also want to catch us live on Twitch, we stream every week at twitch.tv/ecomotive. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.